is Gyoza.
I've been wanting to get a dog for 2 years now. Went to this pet store and I saw her and her sister and she was just so sweet. So then that's when I knew that she's my puppy. Hello everyone, I'm Denise Julia and I will be answering 20 questions for MTV. So when I was thinking about what my stage name would be, I was going through my favorite artists and I noticed that most of them have two names, Ariana Grande or Taylor Swift, Bruno Mars. I just thought that DJ as an acronym would have a little more ring to it, which is why I put Denise first before Julia. And also I just like the name Denise better. If I weren't a singer, this is gonna sound very Asian, but either a lawyer or an engineer. Because I grew up as a big nerd. I really loved math before, and I also entered a lot of public speaking competitions. So I feel like I have a big passion for mathematics as well as public relations. A Filipino dish, adobo. I grew up loving adobo ever since my grandma. She passed away, but that was the #1 dish that I would always request when I'm at home, because it reminds me of that love from my grandmother. The first song that I ever wrote about was about puppy love. I think I was 11. Like I said, I was into public speech, so that translated into a lot of poetry writing. I think if I recall what I wrote, it doesn't make sense. I was just trying to make words rhyme, but the gist of it is having a puppy love. Being a Pisces. We're very emotional, very transparent and honest. If I say one thing, I feel like my face will say another. But at the same time, when it comes to writing songs or my artistry, I feel like it's a good thing, it's a positive thing, because I'm able to write really fast and straight from my emotions. When Nevermind popped off, I was really new in the industry, very excited but also really scared because I didn't know what the next move was. I was just very young, just putting out music that I wanted. It was an open verse challenge from TikTok and I just wrote over it. And so when it was reaching so many different countries, I was still unable to wrap my head around the fact that it was reaching that many countries. But all in all, during that time, I was very proud of what it achieved. I think after that hit, I kind of lay-lowed a little bit. I went into my roots. I started listening to the music that I grew up listening to. And I wanted my next release to not ride that clout. I wanted it to be something that I really wanted to make. It's just me being an artist and making what I want.
How you made me act like this, oh no. How you made me act like this, oh no. How you made me trip.
So when I make a song, it either starts from a beat or I just write. If it's, for example, my own experience, I write from whatever happened. But sometimes my friends would rant to me about their relationship problems or even my fans. And then when it comes to the actual recording, I grew up listening to a lot of Mariah, Aaliyah, Ariana. They're pretty much known for layering their vocals. Also, I'm a big control freak, so I just really like to be involved in every single step of the way. It could be so last minute that I have to upload a track already and I'm just like, yo, can we switch something up? Can we switch this whole thing up? But you know, everything is to make sure that the track will be in its most perfect state. Naughty Girl by Beyonce. I think the intro speaks a lot. And the first line, it's I'm feeling sexy. This job, career, very stressful, first and foremost. So it's important to have a really strong support system. For me, it's my fans, it's my friends, it's my puppy. Every time I spend just a little bit of time with them, you know, just like a little reset away from like the media. I feel like my body does this whole therapy session in itself. It's nice to focus on the positive always and like not try to have the stress wear you down so much. It's important to keep grounded.
Okay. It's your first interview. Hi everyone. My name is Gyoza.
I've been wanting to get a dog for 2 years now. There was just this one morning, I messaged my personal assistant. I was like, I think I'm ready to be a mom. went to this pet store and I saw her and her sister like looking at me. I picked up her sister first, but she was so wild. She was like, ah! I did not like that. So I picked her up next and she was just so sweet. Literally did not move. She was just clinging to me like this. So then that's when I knew that she's my puppy. I want to be able to eat anything I want without having any health or weight repercussions because I'm a big foodie. I like eating everything, especially Japanese food. Sushi, gyoza, my puppy.
Sugar and spice, everything nice, it's not the lies. You've been acting like you're my baby.
So in Sweet Nothings Chapter 1, 5 of them were about toxicity, more of like the sad parts of love or like taboo. But that one particular song, Sugar and Spice, it's the only healthy, lovey-dovey type of song, and it so happened to be a song for a girl. I feel like falling in love with a woman is just so beautiful and pure. And with this song, I wanted to be loud and proud about how I love and who I love. And I also want queer people to kind of feel safe when they hear that song. If I could time travel, definitely the 90s. I would really love to live through the era that inspired me the most. I feel like I could learn a thing or two from people who didn't grow up with smartphones and all that. You know, they lived in the present, I feel like. I grew up listening to a lot of Beyonce, TLC, Tamia, Destiny's Child. Their fashion is just Y2K baddie inspired. So this is the outfit. We got an itty bitty top, low waist pants, some fur moment, and layered jewelry. And we got the Gucci heels, very 90s, and bombshell hair. I grew up not having a lot of representation in mainstream media for brown skin, or how we call it, morenas. I think it's important, especially for little kids, because I grew up not really being content, and I was a little insecure about it. Every time I go home, I wanted to just scrub it until it turns white. I know the struggle to fit this kind of beauty standard. I want the people who listen to me to be firm with it so that more and more little kids every day have more people to look up to and love their skin. Japan. I went there for a vacation, 3 days. I fell in love with everything. The food, the people, their system, everything's just so organized and it's so clean and everyone's so respectful. We got lost a couple of times, but Japanese people are just so down to help you. And one of them even recognized that I'm Filipino. So they told us a little bit about when they went to the Philippines, why they love the Filipinos. They said that we're very warm. Maybe when I retire, I live in Japan just because I love the country so much. I want to be a hot, smart villain like Megara in Hercules. She's just so enticing and I feel like that's the energy that I put out. I would much rather be a villain than the hero. They have more substance for me. Rap artists like Sexy Red or Lotto or Doechii. I like playing them when I'm getting ready or when I want to feel turned up before going outside. I feel like they're the perfect artists to listen to. First off, start at the gym. I like keeping myself fit and healthy. Second would probably be going to a favorite restaurant just to chill and talk for a bit. And then do some activity in the afternoon. Could be going to the arcade or like going to a museum. And I would like to end it with a movie marathon until we fall asleep. I've grown both as an artist and an individual in a way that I don't really care about consequences as long as I know I'm staying true to myself, because I feel like it's important to have no regrets. If I feel like I'm making something and I have love and I've poured everything that I can into it, then that's good for me. I don't care about what people will say about it as long as, I'm able to do it for the people that can resonate with it. I will actually play it. My phone. Can I do that? Yeah, I can. I asked permission from my manager. I was like, Okay. I actually wrote that song, I think 2020. I was going through a dark time, like I said. I was going back to this guy again and again, being kept secret. But, you know, what can I do? I want him. And I learned my lesson from that point on, to not ever settle for that kind of love again, where you kept a secret. Because if they do love you, they wouldn't hide you from anyone. Thank you everyone for watching my 20 questions. I hope you learned a thing or two about me, and don't forget to stay tuned for more music.